Thank you, thank you. I'd like to call the January 7th organizational meeting to order for the Taylor School District at 6 o'clock. Block,
Here.
Fields,
Here.
Moore is here, Mordarski,
Here.
Morris,
Here.
Schufelt,
Here.
Westfall.
Here.
Okay, thank you. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
All right, moving on to the agenda, board and discussion items, revisions and approval of agenda, policy number 0166. Is there any revisions? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Morris. Is there a second?
Support.
Support by Ms. Fields. Ms. Fields?
Yes.
Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Medarsky?
Yes.
Mr. Morris?
Yes.
Ms. Schufelt is a yes. Mr. Westfall?
Yes.
Ms. Block? Yes. That passes 7-0.
All right, the election of officers. I'd like to open up or nominations for president.
Nominate Stephanie Schufelt.
Thank you. That nominates Stephanie Schufelt. Is there support? Seeing none, we'll move.
Oh, wait, no, support. That way she can run. Support. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, then we'll take a vote.
Well, I'm confused about the procedure. So we don't hear all the candidates first?
They're voted on one at a time has always been the procedure in the past.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I just wanted to make sure she got a vote. Okay.
All right, hold on a second. Okay, so we have a motion by Mrs. Block. We have a support by Mr. Mordarski to elect Stephanie Schufelt as president. Moore is a no. Mordarski?
No.
Morris?
No.
Schufelt?
No.
Westfall?
No.
Block?
Yes.
And Fields?
No.
Okay, that fails 6-1. Do we have any other nominations for president?
I'd like to make a motion to elect Linda Moore as president.
Is there? Okay, we have a motion by Kathy Fields with support from Mr. Westfall to close nomination, or well, I guess close, to elect Linda Moore as the president. Moore is a yes. Mordarski?
Yes.
Morris?
Yes.
Schufeld?
Yes.
Westfall?
Yes.
Block?
No.
Fields?
Yes.
It passes 6-1. Okay, now we will move on to the election of officers for vice president.
We gotta.
Do I have a motion? Oh, am I doing something
No,
wrong?
we got to close the nomination for president.
Oh,
To motion and close the nominations for president.
okay, all right. So
I make-
like
I
we might have,
make that
it might have
motion to close.
written in there that we should have probably taken all votes, but that, I don't know how you do that with a roll call
Yeah.
vote. Okay,
Yeah.
So-
Well, yeah, it would just be the majority, so we'd almost, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna have a motion to close nominations, then that would imply that everyone who's nominated would be voted on. a
This is
single
closed
point.
nominations for office of president.
We have to do it now.
Well, no, but I understand what you're saying, but that implies that we shouldn't have voted on candidates individually, should have been voted on as a group. To where, candidate A gets certain votes, candidate B gets certain votes, candidate C gets certain
so
votes.
we're using names.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not the way we've done it in the past. Go ahead,
procedure
Ann.
Would be that you would step away from the chair because you were nominated. And yes, you're right, Justin, everyone whose name would be put in or president was put in, and then you would say who you wanted.
Well, that's
But
new.
the vice president, no, it's not new. The vice president, the acting vice president would have run that election.
that sounds about right. Yeah. I'm a nerd. I like Robert's Rules of Order. That does sound about right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying with Robert's Rules of Order nerd, so yeah.
Well, it's
So
something
have
we
a-
need to look into.
But I mean, the election's good. I mean, I think we can judge the election.
we have a motion to close the nominations for the office of
Motion.
president.
Okay. Do
Is
we have
there
a
a-
motion to close the nominations for the office of president?
Yes.
I just did.
We have, motion by Mr. Morris. Is there support?
I'll support it then. I made the motion.
Yeah, I think this is, it's kind of awkward the way it's written here and then the way, yeah, because then you have to use new names and we've never done that. All right, Morris, a yes. Mordarski,
Yes,
Morris,
Yes.
Shufeld,
Yes,
Westfall.
Yes.
Block,
Yes,
Fields.
Yes,
That passes 7-0. That doesn't make sense to me, but, but anyway, we're moving on to vice president now. Does everybody in agreement on that? Okay. We have I need election, a motion for nomination for vice president.
I'd like to nominate Corey Morris.
second,
Okay, we have a motion by Kathy Fields. We have, support by Mr. Mordarski to nominate, Corey Morris as vice president.
now I believe we have to say it. Are there any other nominations?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are there any other nominations?
thank you.
Seeing none, let's vote on Mr. I need a motion to close the nominations for the office of vice president.
Vote on it.
Don't we have to
Now we
vote
gotta
first?
vote on that. See, this is wonky.
That's what gets confusing.
Yeah, it should be closing nominations and a vote. I think it's just,
you take nominations. then you
Okay,
Close nominations.
Yeah.
Then you take the vote.
correct. Yeah,
Okay, so
Okay.
this
so there's
is not
nothing running
listed.
against Corey, so we'll close the nomination.
Correct.
correct.
thank you.
Motion and a second.
Motion.
A motion by Shufelt. Do I have, support?
Support.
Support by Kathy Fields, for Corey Morris, Mordarski,
Yes,
Morris,
Yes.
Shufelt,
Yes,
Westfall,
Yes.
Block,
Yes,
Fields.
Yes,
Moore is a yes. That passes 7-0.
that should have been listed. Oh, I think that's where.
Yeah, I
got
think there's something
confused.
missing or something on
it's
here, but
listed.
I think we're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, now we need the election of the officer secretary. Do I have a motion?
I'd like to nominate Stephanie Shufelt.
We have support,
Support?
motion by Kathy Fields, support by Mark Westfall. Are there any other nominations? Seeing none, I'd like to close the nominations and,
I motion to close nominations.
I support.
yeah, motion by Kathy Fields, support by Mr. Morris. To elect Stephanie Shufelt as the secretary. Morris,
Yes.
Shufelt,
yes,
Westfall,
Yes.
Block,
yes,
Fields,
Yes,
Moore's a yes, and Mordarski.
yes,
That passes 7-0. And we have the election of office of treasurer.
I motion for Kathy Fields.
Is there support?
Support.
Motion by Stephanie Shufelt and support by Corey Morris to nominate Kathy Fields. Are there any other nominations? Seeing none, we will move on to, I need a motion to close the nominations. Motion by Shufelt. Is there support?
second,
Thank you, Mr. Mordarski. Shufelt,
Yes,
Westfall,
Yes.
Block,
yes,
Fields,
yes,
Moore is a yes, Mordarski,
yes,
and Morris.
Yes.
Okay, that passes 7-0. Okay, discussion items, bank depositories. And that would be Dr. Hill.
Thank you very much. I would like to bring the board's attention to the depositories listed for brokers, PNC Financial Services, Huntington Capital Services, and Baker Tilly Investment Services. Nothing has changed from the previous year. In terms of our pooled accounts, the district uses MyLife and UMB bank to hold our money. And in terms of the banks that the district currently uses for its financial transactions, Bank of America, Comerica Bank, Flagstar, Huntington, PNC Bank, and Citibanks. And nothing has changed from the previous years. And that is my report.
Thank you. Any questions from the board?
Not a question, it's just worth noting that Comerica was just sold to Fifth Third, so that'll be updated probably by February to say Fifth Third instead of Comerica.
Yes. We know that that transaction was taking place.
Anything else from the board? Okay, we will move on now to the appointment of district auditors, and that would be Dr. Hill again.
Okay. In terms of the district auditor, we are continuing our relationship with Taylor Morgan as listed.
Any questions, discussion from the board? Seeing none, we'll move on to the appointment of district attorneys, and that would be Mr. Wager.
Hey, thank you. As kind of our other options here, we're staying with the same we've had in the past. We are bringing forward that we are going to retain the firm Collins and Blaha for our school district attorney, all our matters that we have with them. That we are also retaining Miller, Canfield, Paddock, and Stone when it comes to items involving the bond and taxes, and that we also will be retaining Collins and Blaha for labor relations, contract negotiation purposes, assisting in our HR matter kind of issues.
Maybe.
Any questions?
Yeah, I noticed there's no rate on here, and that's normally common. What is the rate? Yeah. Okay. And my other question is, I've been on for a year now. This is our one year anniversary for some of us. I thought we get detailed billing. I've never gotten that. Can we fix that? I mean, I want to know what cases you're working on, how many hours, what it's being billed for. I've never gotten anything from the attorney in 1 year regarding billing.
Yeah, and we can, yeah.
We provide detail.
Yeah.
Okay, so why aren't we getting those as a board member?
Why don't you request it through CFO?
Well, I thought we were gonna get those. This goes back to February, so, okay. So you're providing them, so you're fine then, okay.
Yeah.
And you're gonna start emailing those to us every month then?
Since you requested it, we can have that done. It flows through the superintendent office and he does provide detailed billing, and the billing is separated when we pay the bill. The detail stays in the superintendent's office. And we, get the regular bill, but we can send you that since you requested it. It's
Yeah,
no
okay,
problem.
thank you.
Send it with Friday update, one of the Friday
Yeah,
updates monthly.
Yeah, or it can be a separate thing. That's fine. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Any other questions, concerns? Okay, number 4 is designate authorized personnel. That would be Mr. Wager as well.
Yep, we're coming tonight. This isn't any changes from the past, but these are the people that we would like the board to authorize for approval processes. So the board treasurer or board president would be authorized to sign personnel checks. The superintendent, CFO, or other designee would be authorized to sign contracts and or agreements. The superintendent, CFO, or finance director authorized for purchase orders, and that the superintendent, CFO, or finance director is authorized to be the electronic officer in accordance with policy 6144.
Any questions? Any discussion? Seeing none, we'll move on to student reinstatements, and that would be Mrs. Marshall.
On December 18th, student 1 came before a reinstatement committee and the panel recommended 5-0 that the student be reinstated. And I believe you have all the details in your packet as far as what happened. And that we're recommending that the board vote on the reinstatement and that the student be brought back to school.
I have a
I
question
know,
or two. Oh, I just have a real couple of quick questions and I forgot the first one already. I don't see a conditions.
that
involved
was
in
gonna
this
be my
reinstatement.
question.
And, why was the student, I don't know how much you can say out here, but why was the student not expelled to begin with? I mean, that was pretty.
Well, the
nasty, and
student
then-
wasn't expelled. It was put on a long-term suspension.
Yeah, I've just never heard of
Right,
that.
so-
before.
right. So technically, they didn't necessarily have to come back to a reinstatement. So, and we're gonna moving forward, change that. However, I wasn't on the panel back then when the student
Yeah, you weren't.
was put on a long-term suspension.
Okay, well, it just, and there were no conditions. It wasn't a conditional reinstatement or.
Well, because number one, it wasn't an expulsion. That was the first thing.
Okay.
But the second thing is, once the student comes back to school, the conditions will be put on at the school,
Okay,
which will include check-in, check-out with the counselor.
right.
It will include, can go on a behavioral contract. The student will understand that, illegally, once she comes back to school for one day, if you get into trouble again, then you go back out for the up to 10 days, or you come back to the hearing.
Okay,
Ms. Marshall, is there any follow through with, excuse me, if they have conditions that they're supposed to follow through with, who makes sure this is happening at the building level?
Part of it would depend on what building, but in most buildings, it's the counselor and the assistant principal and the principal.
Yeah, depending on the level of that.
Right,
What grade level? I think I didn't find that in there. What grade level are we talking about?
middle school.
Okay,
This case is middle school.
yeah, okay.
any other
So-
questions or?
Also, the resilience coaches work with them on the check-in and check-out behavior plans.
Correct.
And in some buildings, it could be a behavior interventionist. It could be, there are a variety of.
Right,
Yeah.
social
I
workers.
would
Yeah.
think it would be safe to assume, after what I read, it was involved, what was involved, that if there is one slip up, this child is not going to be allowed to continue in our district.
Every student has a right to due process and will come to the hearing, and that would be up to the hearing panel to determine.
But normally, I get what people are asking. The conditions are in our packet. Why were there no conditions in here now? I'm curious about that.
Well, and I'll say,
So is that the reason? Because it was a suspension, not an expulsion?
Also, it was
Yes.
voted
Okay,
5-0 to reinstate the student to return to school immediately, so there were no conditions for them to return. If there's conditions, then it would say like, they can return on these conditions. There were no specific conditions.
Right, so you're saying the
given.
student's already
But
back in school then?
No,
No.
we have to return them as of this meeting. We're voting to return them to school. There are no conditions. The conditions will be taken at the school level.
I think the whole.
Well, and that's what I was gonna
thing started out as
say.
It should have been an expulsion and not an indefinite suspension.
Yeah, I
Right.
agree.
So I understand now,
Speak on
thank you.
that when you
yeah,
ask.
and I'll
because
just
I
say
wasn't at
from my
that hearing.
practice of, I spent many of my years of my career as an assistant principal, and it's not uncommon even for short-term suspensions that as an administrator, you may want to have a reentry meeting when they come back from suspension
absolutely.
and set up certain conditions and certain things just on that. So even for a 3-day suspension, a 2-day suspension, that's not uncommon for an administrator to want those things
Correct.
upon returning.
Right. And even when they come back, well, with any student, even if you go on a 5-day suspension, when you come back, you can be put on a behavioral contract.
Yeah.
And they sign agreeing that they know that if they get into trouble again, they're going back to the hearing.
Yeah, that's just usually written on there and that's what confused me is why, it's supposed to be pretty serious and why aren't there conditions,
Right.
on here? That's what concerned me. It's normally
Right.
you do see the
Well,
conditions.
and partly is because it's not a true reinstatement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
That was my question too, so I think we're all good, yeah.
Right.
thank
The
you.
format is different too. It's it was, Jason was doing them before, Michelle's doing them
Right.
now, so her format is a little bit different than what was given to us in the past, so.
Thank you. Anything else for Michelle? Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, move on to Schubelt.
All right, moving on to our action items. Number one is the bank depositories, policy number 0154. Be it resolved that the following brokers, dealers, safekeepers, institution, pool accounts, and banks be designated in depositories of the Taylor School District and authorized to accept in accordance with its terms and conditions from the time to time and effort for the credit of the school
Yeah, that's
district
what I-
and or for collections. Any and all checks, drafts, and other negotiable instruments when endorsed in the name of the school district by rubber stamped or otherwise. Brokers, dealers, safekeepers is PNC Financial Services, Huntington Capital Markets. Baker Tilly Investment Services, pooled accounts is MILAF Public Financial Management, UMB Bank. Banks are Bank of America, Comerica Bank, Flagstar Bank, Huntington National Bank, PNC Bank, Citibank. Be it further resolved that the treasurer of the school district District B, and she hereby is authorized to open with the bank such accounts including savings accounts and interest earning checking accounts as she may determine to be necessary and desirable. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Ms. Fields. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Moore. Mr. Westfall?
Yes.
Ms. Black?
Yes.
Ms. Fields?
Yes.
Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Medarsky?
Yes.
Mr. Morris?
I will be recusing myself from this vote as a family member of mine works at one of these institutions in a non-managerial capacity.
Well, question for Corporation Counsel then. Hold on. I own stock in some of these. Should I recuse myself as well? Yeah, two of them.
Congress.
No, because that's how I knew about the sale, because I voted on the merger. Okay, thank you.
Ms. Shufeldt is a yes. That passes 6-0. Appointment of district auditors. Be it resolved that the Board of Education retain Taylor and Morgan CPA as the Taylor School District auditors. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Morris. Is there a second?
Support.
Support by Ms. Moore. Ms. Black?
Yes.
Ms. Fields?
Yes.
Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Medarsky?
Yes.
Mr. Morris?
Yes.
Ms. Shufeldt is a yes. Mr. Westfall?
Yes.
That passes 7-0. Number 3 is the appointment of district attorneys. Be it resolved that the Board of Education retain the firms of Collins and Blaha PC as school district attorney for all matters unless otherwise approved by the board. Be it further resolved that the Board of Education also authorize the use of the following legal firms for matters deemed necessary: Miller, Canfield, Padlock, and Stone PLC, bond attorney. Be it further resolved that the Board of Education authorize the use of Collins and Blaha PC for labor relations, including contract negotiations, grievances, arbitration, mediation, and labor relation investigations for all collective bargaining groups. Be it further resolved that the attorneys will abide by board criteria. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion
Second.
by Ms. Fields, second by Mr. Medarsky.
Actually, it was Block and Majeski.
Oh, yeah, Block, sorry,
Yeah.
my bad. Ms. Fields,
Yes.
Ms. Moore,
Yes.
Mr. Medarsky,
Yes.
Mr. Morris,
Yes.
Ms. Shufeldt is a yes, Mr. Westfall,
Yes.
Ms. Block.
Yes.
That passes 7-0. Number 4, designated authorized personnel, policy number 0154. It is recommended the board appoint the following: board treasurer or board president as authorized personnel to sign checks. Superintendent, CFO, or designee as authorized personnel to sign contracts and or agreements. Superintendent, CFO, or finance director as authorized personnel to approve purchase orders. Superintendent, CFO, or finance director as authorized electronic officers. officer in accordance with policy 6144. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Ms. Fields. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Westfall. Ms. Moore,
Yes.
Mr. Medarsky,
Yes.
Mr. Morris,
Yes.
Ms. Shufelt is a yes, Mr. Westfall,
Yes.
Ms. Block,
Yes.
Ms. Fields.
Yes.
That passes 7-0. Number 5 is the student reinstatement, number 01-0107-2026, policy number 5610.03. The review committee is recommending the Board of Education approve the full reinstatement of student number 01-0107-2026. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Morris. Is there a second?
Support.
Support by Ms. Moore. Ms. Fields,
Yes.
Ms. Moore,
Yes.
Mr. Medarsky,
Yes.
Mr. Morris,
Yes.
Ms. Shufelt is a yes, Mr. Westfall,
Yes.
Ms. Block.
Yes.
That passes 7-0.
All right, agenda items, oh, that's you.
Agenda item for next board meeting. Item scheduled for the next meeting scheduled Wednesday, January 21st, 2026 is good news and student representatives.
Thank you. Anyone wishing to address the board, you may address the board about anything we've discussed tonight. Let me. Yeah, and on agenda
Yep.
stuff, yeah, or anything, yep. Let me read my opening statement here. Welcome everyone to the Taylor School District regularly scheduled board meeting of January 7th, 2026, where our mission statement is to educate with purpose, engage with passion, empower the future, and our vision statement is that we will create a welcoming and innovative learning environment that nurtures the whole child, empowering every student to thrive academically, socially, and emotionally. Thank you to all of you who came to be with us tonight. We understand the importance of continuing to keep you informed and providing an opportunity for you to be heard. Public comment will begin with those in person and then move to our online audience. For those in person, please step up to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. After the in-person comment, our online audience will need to find and raise the hand symbol for a moderator to recognize and unmute you. Please take into consideration common courtesy, refrain from any personal attacks, and keep your comments to 3 minutes or less. We'll provide and assist with timekeeping, so each guest will be able to monitor their own time and know when to conclude, so all who wish to speak will have an equal opportunity to do so. As a reminder, if any questions arise during this meeting or through other avenues, Superintendent Wager or his designee will work to provide answers in a timely manner. Please note that the views and opinions expressed by individual board members are their own and do not necessarily represent the official position or consensus of the Board of Education. Thank you, Mrs. Pats. Go right ahead.
Hi, it seems like it's been a long time. Caroline Patz, 6860 Jackson. I just wanted to say today was the Foundation of Educational Excellence Thank You Breakfast at the Chopping Block, which is an awesome place to go to. And that is like one of the gems, if you want to call them a gem of our school district, is the Career Center. Everything that they do over there is top notch for our kids. But while we were there, everybody kind of said a little bit about themselves and why they wanted to give scholarships and things like that. Last year, we gave out $49,000 to all of our graduates that applied, and actually, I think everybody that did apply got something. At least about 6 people, I believe, said that they were graduates. These are the donors, were graduates of the Taylor schools. So when I got up there, I said, because we represent the Alumni Association for a scholarship. And I said, it'd be nice. And I wanted to have it out here in the public view that if you are an employee, a parent, or anyone that is a graduate from the Taylor schools, I would love to have some little information, maybe a couple paragraphs about your school life when you were in Taylor and possibly what you are doing now. Doesn't have to mean that you're a brain surgeon. It could be whatever, because our alumni like to look at that. They love to read that. And we have a newsletter that used to go out every month, but we've changed it to now quarterly. So we just had one in December. The next one won't go out until March. So if you can get that out there too, because I know we have a lot of employees that are graduates, students that maybe just graduated, just give us a little blurb about what you're doing, doing, and, and just some really good things to hear about that. Cause we always hear the negative things. We never hear the positive thing. Well, we do, but as many, we need to have more positive, things about the Taylor School District. If they do want to send something, they can send it to Taylor Alumni Association at yahoo.com. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to address the board?
Courtney Prout, 9846 Catherine. I'm just here to request an update on the boot lockdown situation from September. As of today, my child has still not been taught through any proper channel how to use the boot in her elementary school. The boot, obviously you guys know what the boot system is and why it's there and why it's in place for our students. It exists for one purpose, to protect our students during an emergency, yet there are students that enter your buildings every day with no instruction on how to engage the very device designed to keep them safe. It's a serious safety issue. The district has had since September to ensure that our children are trained in this, and still my child does not know how to use the boot. They did have a lockdown drill schedule that has been canceled twice. So I'm not sure if they're just not using the lockdown drills now because they don't know how to use the boot or what, but that is unacceptable. Expecting students to magically know how to operate a door locking device is crazy to me because that's what I was told is that they were taught in kindergarten at one point. And just so everybody's aware here, I kept my child home that day from that situation because she was 5 and I didn't think that she needed to know that at 5 years old. But now that she's 8, she needs to know how to engage that during an emergency and she does not know how to do that. So again, you guys have had since September to do this. We have the state-of-the-art equipment in our buildings and you guys are not using it properly or enforcing it at building levels to be used properly. So we did reach out to a couple other parents who spoke out in September as well. They did not receive any emails back from any of you. They did not receive confirmation that their children would learn how to use the boot. So I'm just speaking on behalf of myself and other parents as to why our kids are still not trained and why this isn't a priority for the district. It's a safety issue, especially if you guys watch the news and know what happened in Romulus yesterday. This is definitely an issue happening at schools and our kids need to be kept safe.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Anyone else wishing to, go ahead?
James Prout, 9846 Catherine. I apologize. I got to read from a paper. I
That's
get
fine.
distracted and lose my place.
Yep.
I write everything out. Just want to say good evening. Due to the consistent battles we have with information sharing with the district and the board or follow-ups or anything that we ask for, constantly having to FOIA for information that should be easily accessible. I want to give you a bi-weekly reminder, from a resilient and apparently childish parent, according to Mrs. Field, the last time we were here, because this board has shown it needs us involved. Our responsibility is to the Taylor community. You were elected to serve the families, students, and taxpayers of this city. That means transparency, accountability, and taking your role seriously. Everything you do up there affects our children's futures, whether you acknowledge it or not. I also want to address the way this board refers to concerned parents, calling parents childish, being dismissive of our concerns and making condescending remarks toward those of us asking questions and demanding transparency is quite disgraceful. Parents who are involved, informed, and willing to speak up are not the problem. We are doing exactly what responsible parents are supposed to do, advocate for our kids. There shouldn't be a problem with that every time we have something to say. What is childish is mocking the people you serve. What's disgraceful is the treating legitimate concerns like an inconvenience, talking down to parents that are fighting for clarity, honesty, and accountability. Doesn't make you look authoritative, it makes you look detached and unserious. And let me be perfectly clear about something else, despite the visuals from the audience. This is not an attraction at the circus, and this is not an entertainment. This is not a formality you check off before going home. This is my child's future. The decisions matter, and the way you conduct yourselves. The way you conduct yourselves matters just as much. I fully expect this board to start acting like it understands that, act like you care, act like this responsibility means something to you, and act like you remember who you work for, because parents like me aren't going anywhere.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to address the board? And mine? Go ahead.
Hello, this is Bethany Pavey, 6036 Mayfair Street. I just wanted to reiterate what the parent before the last parent was saying about the lockdown drills at Kenyon Elementary School and the lack of knowledge that the kids have. So was there an answer that anybody on the board had?
If you want to get with my secretary and provide your information with Becky Evola, then I will absolutely reach out to you. That is not a problem.
Okay, I will do that. Thank you. That was all I had. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's already happened.
Anyone else online? No? There is one? Okay, go ahead.
There's no name or anything. I thought they have names.
Yeah, we need to start having that out there.
Yeah, it has to have like a name. They can't.
Are they there?
Hello.
Yes, can you please state your name?
I was told that my name and address would be stated so that you guys could get back with the information with the questions, and that's been proven time and time not to happen. So I don't think my name or my address is important. I had a couple questions. My first question was, what's going on with the teacher that was put on leave after having 30 plus years of misconduct and allegations from students and former students and other staff members? My second question is, we have a student code of conduct in place for a reason. Is it just a framework and guideline because it doesn't get followed? As I just listened to a reinstatement situation where it was said that it should have been an expulsion, it should have been this, it should have been that. Are we following the student code of conduct, or is it just a framework as a this is what we could do, this is what we choose to do, or are we following it to the T? Because students that are in this district are seeing favoritism to other students because they get in trouble for one thing and another student does the same exact thing and they don't get in trouble for it. So it's just kind of confusing for the students. You guys want all the students to feel important and heard, and you want to treat it as the whole student. Well, we need to hold all students accountable to the student code of conduct, not just pick and choose. That's all.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. Board member comments.
Yes,
Or-
ma'am, I have one.
Okay, go ahead, Kid.
I know it was intended at a statement that I had said regarding calling parental concerns childish. That was not what was said. I also have to write my stuff down. I'm not going to read the whole statement, but let me read you what I read to clarify because I believe it was misunderstood. I am sure I will again receive a copy of a Facebook post, possibly with another cartoon and derogatory comments. But since I've spent most of my career working with young people with different maturity levels, I'm used to it. That was my statement. You can go back and read it, whatever. I never would have called a concern of a parent childish. I called the Facebook post a childish act. Yes, I did do that. So I wanted to clarify that.
Thank you. Anyone else? Any other board comments?
I just wanted to let everyone know it's Happy New Year. Hopefully everyone had a good 2-3 week break. And excuse me, sir. Are you done? Maybe. Thank you. Just wanted to wish everyone a Happy New Year. Hopefully we all start off on a good foot. Let bygones be bygones. We are all trying to work in the best interest of our students, our families, and the district. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other board comments? Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Motion.
Support.
Oh, did you-
It's so quiet.
I missed the motion and support.
Schufelt was the motion, Morris was the support.
Thank you. Mordarski,
Yes.
Morris,
Yes.
Schufelt,
Yes.
Westfall,
Yes.
Block,
Yes.
Fields.
Yes.
And Moore is a yes. We are officially adjourned at 6:39.
Make it known, Kathy, yeah, to go back and take your comment because you guys don't post your video.